have some questions about your truck, go ahead and ask them. We'll be happy to get them answered for you today. We've got JT and Jimmy here with us. JT, Wade wasn't able to make it today. You want to tell him what happened?
Fill him in on why Wade can't make it today.
Yeah, so Wade, he thought it'd be a good idea to eat some gas station sushi, and it didn't settle too well with him, so we had to ask him to go on home for the rest of the day. But he should
Didn't
be
round
back
too
tomorrow.
right with his belly. I sit next to the bathroom, and he made about 3 trips in there today, and
It wasn't a good.
It wasn't a good day.
So don't eat gas station sushi.
Gas station
Never
sushi's
did.
out of the question. Let's not do that anymore.
While we're waiting for him to ask some questions, why don't you give him a little bit of background? Jimmy, when did you start here, bro?
I started back August 2011. Been here. I've bounced around pretty much everything you can do in the building. I've just about done. Right now, I handle VP 44s. I used to do cores. I handed that over to Wes. I sit next to the bathroom. I get the brunt of the work all day long. I answer some sales calls, everything too. I try to help my boys out up front when I can. That there's really about it. Yeah. JT, when'd you start?
Back in 2013.
So
yeah.
JT's #1 salesman.
Had been for 3 years.
We'll brag on him a little
Cranking
bit.
it out.
Not that he won't brag on himself, but
So just sit up there with all the other guys and sales and tech.
And
Until
then
bigger and better things come.
And that's what we do.
So a lot of you have probably talked to JT before. Jimmy, you talk to on and off depending on how busy the phones are here, and then whether or not how busy he is too,
right.
Obviously. So again, guys, this is a call-in show today. If you're just tuning in, Wade is out today. We've got 2 of our sales guys, sales techs, whatever you want to call them, filling in, JT and Jimmy. They'll be happy to answer the questions that you post in the comments, or if you want some one-on-one time, you can give us a call. We'll roll into the first question we have here. Is rolling coal bad for your motor? That's a question.
I'm not going to touch too much on that because, I mean, there's just so many ways you can go about that. As far as I feel like as a whole in the diesel industry, I feel like it's kind of frowned upon, which... As far as rolling coal, and you get some jackwagon out there that's trying to have fun and he ruins it for everybody. I don't really like the whole aspects of it that way. But I mean, just over fueling the engine to blow a little smoke for Sally there in the passenger seat. If that's what you got to do, man, that's what you got to do. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Was that okay?
I think that's great.
I think that was okay.
I think you hit the
Have you
nail
rode
on
with
the
the
head.
Sally before?
I've rode with the Sally, and I have to admit I've done it before myself. I'm not proud of it, but
We understand.
that's where I'm at, guys. JT, take the next one.
Alright, this is a pretty good one. This is more of a tech-related question.
Okay.
What do you all offer for the valve body replacements for a 68 RFE?
I don't even know that we have one for 68.
Feel free to use the computer if you need to.
Yeah, nobody makes one.
I don't think we offer one for the
So
68
yeah, right now
for
though,
anybody right
you'd have
now.
to get a built transmission or have to try to get contact with Suncoast if you want to call in and try to speak with us. We'll get a hold of Suncoast and talk to them, see what we can find out for sure. Yeah, we don't have anything else.
Yeah, I don't have anything for the 68s just yet.
Alright, what's a good up pipe set for a 99 F250? Just to give you a little background on what we do. We don't tend to answer best of questions. If there's only one person that makes it, feel free to recommend that person. But otherwise, tell them a couple of brands that you like.
As far as the 7.3s go, we've got
Diesel
Sinister.
Sites come out with a pretty good kit that looks nice. I mean, good quality kit. I know BD has some good ones, and Sinister is about your name. You know, best 3 there. You know that a lot of guys, repeatedly get calls on out through the day. Anyhow, that.
So we get the best feedback.
Yeah, definitely.
But in the meantime, have you seen on Facebook that our eBay guy, he has applied for a girlfriend application, first time
Oh,
ever.
man.
So he's coming in hot right now, looking for a new, chick. So if any girls watching on here, Hunter Maines, look him up because he is looking for a woman. Thank you.
He's large and in charge and looking for chickies.
Oh, gosh. Alright. Josh Wesley wants to know if he can use grade 8 hardware to stud his 6.0.
He's just trying to be a funny guy. Go home, man. That's not even cool.
We know Josh.
I know.
Yeah, so Josh
I know.
Hey, Josh.
You did take your phone off D&D, right?
Yeah, we're off D&D. We're live. Logged
What's
in.
our number?
Number's 859-355-9002.
Give us a call today if you want to speak.
Give us a call today.
6-0 guys, what do you do? I always try
Did
to
Josh
give you a
ever
hard
get
time.
his turbo back together on his truck?
I saw his turbo back the other day. Josh he'll update me in a second, but I don't know if he got it back on. I saw he blew an O-ring on something
Oh, yeah.
because he I don't remember what it was. I just saw it real quick.
It was an overflow or something, I think. I think that's what I saw him post. I can't remember.
Here we go. Here's a question: good cold weather fuel additive for the winter months, and how often should you use it?
Standing on.
I like Standardine. Yeah, Standardine's good unless you get real, freezing temperatures and, you haven't put Standardine or any other fuel treatment in recently. Look at getting some diesel 911 so you don't gel up or anything. So
If it gets that cold, yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Kind of slow on the questions today, you guys. And
we're not
girls.
as good as Wade, I know.
Yeah,
man.
we're not.
We're a little bit better looking, but, as far as just being Wade in general, I know we're not there yet. But we're
None of the
getting there.
goofballs up front are saying nothing.
No, I think.
I didn't even get notified on Facebook that we were live. I normally do.
Well, somebody just got mad at me, Stacks McGrath.
For what?
Apparently we didn't answer his question. Hang on, Stacks. We'll try to answer your question. I don't know why people act like that. Is there anything you guys can suggest for a 2010 Mercedes-Benz GL 350 Blue Tech other than a programmer? The question is from my friend Ross.
Let's look. A GL3 what?
GL 350 Blue Tech. That's what he said.
Hey.
You got anything for it?
Yeah, that looks like that's a little bit out of our league on that car.
We don't offer anything for it.
I'm trying to figure out what size engines
Yeah, you
in
gotta
it.
tell me what engine's in it and stuff like that.
The only thing that I don't even know that we've got anything for Mercedes.
We do have stuff for Mercedes. I just don't know if we have anything for. I don't know if we have anything other than chips though. I don't. Think we
Yeah,
have
I
any,
think
like-
if we've got anything, that'll be it.
I mean, the only thing I don't even know if we can do anything on it. I don't think we were going to offer anything.
Is it a 3-liter?
Other than tuning though? He said anything besides tuning, and I really don't think we're going to have.
Oh no, tuning would be all we had.
Yeah, we are not going to have anything other than tuning. If you've got something specific you're looking for, message us on it on the page, and I can reach out to a few people and see if we have it. But we're not going to have anything on the site for that. Oh, Wade McGinnis joined. Wade said he was going to call in, so we'll see if he makes a guest appearance today.
I wish he would from the old pooper at home.
No joke though, I thought he was going to Keeneland.
I think he's going tomorrow. But should you use additive in every tank?
Look.
Is that him? That's him.
Wait it there, buddy.
Hey, welcome with your first time caller, gentlemen.
Yeah. What you got for us today, man?
Oh, okay. Just wondering on this nice, cloudy, overcast Commonwealth Day, who you got here in the 5th race, boys?
In the 5th race, I don't even know who's running.
Number 2, Bubby.
Oh,
number
yeah.
2.
See, the wide open field, fellas. Take somebody for crying out loud.
I told you number 2, daggone it.
JT says number 2.
Number 2 scratch. I swear, you all can screw up a wet dream.
Yeah.
I know, man.
How's that gas station sushi, old buddy?
All right, well, tell me what you think about today's fuel quality.
Today's fuel quality? Well,
Yeah.
what are we
I'll
running?
hang up and listen.
And you'll hang up and listen?
That's right.
I feel like this is a test, man. Oh, that mother. He done hung up.
Sorry.
As far as today's fuel quality, I really feel like it just depends on where we're getting our fuel at. Because And I'm not saying anything bad about mom and pop stores out there. I'm really not, because I want everybody to make their money. But one thing that I will say, when you get into the fuel quality that we have today, if a tank is not turned over, and when I say tank, I mean a holding tank that the actual fuel is held in, if it is not turned over a lot and you're passing through Pig's Knuckle, Nebraska, going on your mule deer hunt, and you pull over at Ma Pitney's, drugstore to get your fuel at, if that tank is not turned over a lot, what you have, the fuel dies, the fuel gets moisture in it, the fuel gets algae in it, whatever it can be. That's no bueno at all. And when I get into that, that's when we get into fuel contamination with stuff. And as far as that goes, fuel contamination of the fuel system, debris passing through your air dog, your fast, whatever, injection pump, injectors. One thing I will say, the best thing I can tell you to do would be to pick your fuel up from a bigger station, a Shell station, a Citgo, somewhere where the big trucks run through.
Right off the highway.
Right off the highway, yeah. Those tanks are turned over a whole lot more, and as far as the fuel quality, having better lubricity and everything in it goes, I feel like that would be our better option. Wade, I don't know that I answered your question the right way. I feel like I touched base with it. I don't know that I nailed it right on the head. If that's good enough, that's really all I got.
I liked it.
Let's jump right into the next question because it sits with that. Should you use the additive in every tank? And let me ask that in another way because I already know the answer to that. Is there a downfall to using the additive in every tank?
I want to say yes, that there is a downfall in using the additive in every tank, because as far as the lubricity of the internal functions of your injection pump, injectors, whatever you're adding your additive to, if it's not there and the fuel gets to be like a gel-like substance, that, depending on the tolerances and everything, I don't know that would be. I don't know that would be feasible as far as making it a point to use in every tank. I totally went off road there, man. I went off road.
I
in
do
the
it
crash
once a
there.
month in my truck. It's about what I do.
Once a month, I feel like that'd be fine.
It's pretty good, just to make sure you're at least keeping your tank clean, getting some stuff going through there, and you'll be fine for sure.
This is a really good one. You ready for it?
Go ahead.
All right, let's do it close. If you were going to buy a Power Stroke off the used car lot and your options were a 6.0 or a 6.4, used only for pulling a car trailer from Cincinnati to Bowling Green and other drag strips on the weekend, what would you pick?
As
It all
much
depends.
as much as it saddens my heart to say it, I'd probably have to pick the 6 liter.
Yeah, but it all depends. You're talking about miles. It's something already been done to the truck. How many owners has it been through? It's not just if it's a one owner truck pep all back and forth the other way for sure.
Yeah.
So just a little bit more detail. We could definitely help out on the question. Just like if you go the 6.4, I know a lot of guys, if they get, will delete the DPF and stuff like that. 6.0, if it's had head gaskets replaced, they're trying to go back through and just figure out what's either been done to it or not.
Yeah, I feel like getting with emission stuff on the 6.4, depending if the DPF and everything's still on there, there's a whole lot more intel in getting rid of that stuff than on the 6 liter. I mean, basically, you've got the same, I'm not going to say the same 6 liter problems on the 6.4, but adding that emission stuff into it with the DPF and everything definitely adds a whole new ball game to it. So I would pick the 6 liter.
Yeah, but money-wise, you're going to be close to the same if you were to do away with that or, go back in and fix the 6.0 problems, too.
And yeah, exactly. And, it's not so much that neither one of those are bad trucks. It's just there comes to be supporting mods to be able to get those up and running like you would call a bulletproof truck, I guess you should say.
All right, fellas, we're on to the next one. I've got an 02 Cummins with an Edge CTS programmer. I'm going to assume that's a juice. So would it be okay to add, and he's got add in parentheses, so I'm assuming he's talking about a compound setup, add a turbo to it?
For sure, but all just kind of depends, especially on that truck just running the Edge juice. You aren't going to do injectors, is it a manual, automatic, just kind of want to look at doing some more fueling upgrades before you really jump into the turbo. And, just a little bit more detail on what you're really looking for so we can help you out a little bit more getting that right turbo set up with that truck, too.
I agree.
Let's dive into that a little bit more so we don't have any more questions coming up. Let's say 100 horsepower injectors. Got a good lift pump behind
All
it.
right, so
What turbo would
what
you
year
look
did you say
at?
that truck was again?
It's 02.
Okay, so like I got a 99. I've been going through it. I've added exhaust to it. I've got the Edge comp box. It's got a aftermarket 100 lift pump on there as well. I did the 75 horse injectors, and now I went with the I'm just as far as the Super 40 turbo there through Holset's what I'm gonna go with. So I mean that would be good as far as everyday driving, towing aspect is like that. Just kind of depends. Is he more looking for a weekend warrior? Everyday driver.
500 to 600 horsepower. So
Okay, perfect. So then you can go look at you got your Cheetah turbos. You go into BD as well as Industrial makes good ones there. The Silver Series, 64 just depending on if you're not going to do much towing. Looking for 100 horse, 150 with that turbo, good lift pump, and a few other support mods. You would get up there.
Somebody asked and I forgot to mention it. We do give away a prize for best call of the day. I guess we'll do.
Wade's our only caller, people. We need something. Give me another call.
So I guess we'll do a hoodie today, and then we'll do a hat for best comment or best question of the day on Facebook.
This is just like the KSR Wendy's like giveaway.
Best call and tweet of the day.
Sir, you're gonna get free lunch on us today.
There we go.
But you're sitting here laughing at everything I say.
I am not.
I both need stuff to fidget with.
I made funny faces and you didn't catch it, but Adam did.
I'm trying to keep a straight face with this guy. I'm trying to help him out.
Next question. Okay, on a 7.3 doing an oil pan, would you guys recommend the gasket maker from Ford or the gasket made by Monroe's?
I'm not familiar with Monroe's.
Wade commented from the Thoroughbred Diesel page and said Ford gasket maker.
Okay, Ford.
So I guess we're gonna go with Wade.
We're gonna go with Ford gasket maker.
Wade, even
Is he
when
about to do that on his days off?
even when he's on the crapper, he's giving advice to people. Isn't he?
You go, Wade.
Yep.
You're my boy, Blue.
All right. 2011 6.7 Cummins going to do a twin setup S480 over S464. What size injectors are they going to need behind that?
Honestly, I mean, I feel like it depends on what kind of tuning he's running. I'd like to know what kind of tuning he's running.
All right, so let's wait on that. Brian, hit us back with your tuning, and we'll go on to the next questions, and then we'll come back from that. It's Brian with the 6.7 Cummins. Try to remember that, and we'll jump back on it later.
Boom.
All right, we'll take a call.
All right, you're live with us, buddy. What can we do for you today?
All right, so I have an opinion to ask of you about some supporting mods for my Duramax.
Okay.
All right, so Western Grand National Pulling Series says you can't have anything that can't have aftermarket turbos, basically, and anything else has to have come from the factory, has to be available from GM.
Okay.
So, I've heard tell GM makes a sack style nozzle, which is equivalent of a 45 over standard nozzle.
Okay.
Okay, have you heard anything about those?
That I have not. As far as getting into any kind of aftermarket stuff, as far as like with the manufacturers, GM, Ford, Dodge, stuff like that, that's nothing that we've ever really been into. I mean, we're more just aftermarket stuff as far as, with the industrials, the DDPs, and stuff of that nature. But to answer your question, I'm not 100% on that. If anything, I feel like that might be something to go into like maybe a Bosch Motorsports type thing. And if that's the case, Fleece might be able to help us out there. But I'm just not 100% on that, man.
All right.
What are you pulling?
Sorry, go ahead.
I know you said you're pulling there, but you said you're pulling in kind of like is it a work stock class, like a street stock class, I guess, or
street stock? Yeah.
Street stock. Okay, cool. What kind of power are those trucks making, really?
It's the last year, because of the downturn in the oil field, there wasn't hardly anybody to show up.
Yeah.
To actually pull, because they don't want to break their trucks,
Right.
And the only two people I got put up against my Duramax is a 6.4 and a 6.7 tower stroke.
Oh man. Well, did you win?
No, my clutch was my clutch was not having any of that.
Oh man.
I knew it was gonna fail, but it literally, as soon as I started flipping it started smoking. It was that bad.
Well, at least she got out there and gave her a shot. Everybody else was just sitting on the sidelines.
Exactly. I had a couple people try to make fun of me, and I'm like, were you in there?
I didn't see you out there doing it, buddy.
And the thing is, everybody tried to give me crap for it, and I literally had a South Bend dual disc with a 3,600 pound pressure plate on the way.
Yeah.
So I was not worried. I just had to get this son of a gun home.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
No problem. What was your name, buddy?
My name's Zach Western.
Zach Western. All right. Thanks for calling, man.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you. Bye.
Cool deal.
And there we are. We had a call, guys.
Well, so far Zach's in the lead to win the hoodie today. Okay, so let's go back to Brian's question about his 11.67.
Okay.
Wasn't sure on the tune yet. He doesn't have a tune picked out just yet, so he's starting all right now.
What is your? I'm gonna ask one thing. What's your goal horsepower? And I'll kind of flare off of that.
The next comment he made to me was, and also not sure which tuner to run. I have an H&S Minimax at the moment, but thinking to go EFI Live when I do the twins. So
Absolutely.
just need some input.
Absolutely. I would highly recommend EFI Live as far as running into that aspect of things, going into the injectors. The sky's really the limit with injectors because the common rail injectors, they've come so far as what they used to be. I mean, you can, with EFI Live, teaming it up with EFI Live and running a decent set of injectors, I mean, you can take a 50-horse set of injectors, 90-horse set of injectors, and make big power with them on a twin setup. Now, going again back into that, if you want to grow into something in the future, I mean, if you want to go big starting out and have a tune that's capable of running them and then go, further on in the future,
750 to 800 horsepower is his goal.
Probably at the most, man, I probably wouldn't go over like 125 horse injector, maybe just dial it back to 100 because like I said, with running the right tuning and it's at 100 horse sticks, especially with twins,
you can get it
what
right.
do you think?
Yeah, that and, doing a 10 or 12 mil pump on there, I mean, would be solid, just depending on what you want to go with.
Yeah. I mean, as far as that aspect of things goes, I mean, the fuel injection, running depending on what fuel system you go with, as far as injector and CP3 pump wise, running with decent tunes, I mean, the sky's the limit, really.
And also, if making that much power, if he's automatic, EFI Live will be good too to get some trans tunes and stuff there to help support them mods. So it'll go a long way. I know just H&S is good, just kind of now kind of getting outdated with everything else catching up to it.
Right. We did okay.
You guys are doing good. Keep it up. And he did. We got a call. He's good.
Oh, here, this is gonna be a funny one.
Is this nonsense?
Hit us in there with it, buddy.
Hey, question for you boys downstairs.
Go.
Yes, sir.
There's been a lot of talk about Chris and Adam racing outside on foot. Who do you think would win, and how do we make it happen?
Boom! I like it. Okay, so
You had to ask this caller to hang up first. Oh,
okay, all right. Now that he's gone, as far as the whole race, now.
Well, first off, who would you have your money on though? If you were going to pick one of the two,
I'd have my money on him. I'd have my money on Adam.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with too.
I would have my money on Adam because with Chris, I mean, big trees fall hard, and you know what I'm saying. I saw Adam run. I have never saw Chris. Well, I have saw Chris run, and Chris runs like a girl. Adam at least runs like a man. So that's why I'm gonna put my money on Adam. How do we get Adam to the winner's circle?
I say we have a race right after this.
I'd say we just light a fire under his ass and say send him on his way.
Let's do it.
JT, who's your money on?
I'm gonna go with Woolly Bear.
Woolly Bear?
He's been there for me since day one.
Yeah, I honestly think Woolly Bear would win that race, no doubt in my mind.
Thanks for the confidence, guys.
You're welcome, buddy.
All right, let's get back to questions. I have a 99 Ram, 3500 cabin chassis. 5-speed. He's got the 410 gear in it. 25,000 miles on it. That's it. Currently has a fast 95 Reman VP and BRP turbo. This truck is bone stock otherwise. Just make sure I didn't miss anything but a programmer. I'm wanting to make the truck be able to tow more reliably and be able to have a little more fun on the weekends. My main thing that they're wanting is longevity and reliability. What is a good turbo and injector size? Also, thoughts on clutch and programmer that will complement the setup. Wanting around 500 horsepower, daily driving, reliability.
Start it out. I'll follow up.
Man, did he say he had a lift pump on there?
He's got a fast 95.
Yeah.
So he's got a good
So
set.
he's got something that can hold up to 550 anyhow. Like I'm saying, I got a 99. I'm running the 75 horse injectors. Also got the HX Super 40 turbo with the HX 40 downpipe. Edge drag comp on there. So that set up there, with a good clutch, and we'll get to the clutch here in a minute. That's going to support up to anywhere from 400 to 500 horsepower easy. That's still going to be a good daily driving truck, good for towing, lower the EGTs. Nice thing about the Super 40, you can kind of play around with the turbine wheel and also the housing to kind of play, to adjust your EGTs if they're not exactly where you want it to be, or you want to go to a little bit smaller housing. But a good clutch, for that much towing, is going to be, like a 3250 or a good, dual disc from Valera is going to be the best thing to hold up. Definitely look to go with the bigger input shaft would be in the MV4500 on it as well.
Because what you get into there, especially with the MV4500, is not changing the input shaft out and trying to run the factory input shaft out to save a few pesos. What you get into there is you've got a load on the truck basically, and you're going up a 765 for
Jellicoe Mountain.
You're going up Jellicoe Mountain. You're going up pretty good grade, and what you get there, you get a loud snap, and then Sally's like, "Oh my God, Billy, what happened?" And then there's your input shaft. You've done busted your factory input shaft by trying to save $1. So just go ahead and I say put the extra little bit of money in there and get the bigger input shaft, and don't be a tightwad.
You guys doing?
Did we hit everything?
I thought we got it.
We got everything.
I was reading other comments. So
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to get the next question. I really like this one, so I'm going to read it.
Okay.
I recently ordered some stuff from you guys and got a letter with it, with a sticker, and it said that it is known that putting that sticker on my Cummins is proven to add 5 horsepower, and they were just wondering if that was dyno proven or not.
Call in and ask for Chris Shear, and he can explain the whole kit and caboodle to you there, Bubby.
I feel like it adds pretty good power. I mean, it's a pretty good looking sticker too. But I mean, it's what you want to make of it.
Anybody got time? What time is it?
We still got time.
3:32.
We still want a few more call-ins if we can get them. How many phone calls does Wade get normally? Probably 1,000 because nobody doesn't ever answer.
We only get about 3 or 4 normally, so it's not
so
too
far
bad.
we're halfway there.
Yep. All right. Next question. Best injectors for a 2010 Duramax LML. It's a work farm truck with a fast system, fully deleted, running XRT Pro. So tell him about size that he's probably going to want for a daily driver.
You say 2010?
2010.
LMN. Okay. Roll with it.
I like the, we've been dealing with a lot of new injectors there. We recently got a good company, the S&S, that looks like they're going to make a pretty good solid injector there. So, like their Torque Master injector would be a really good size up, or going with like one of their sack nozzles there. About a 30% over, if you're just wanting to use it out on the farm with the XRT Pro that you got on it for towing and stuff, not really wanting an oversized injector. But definitely, S&S there, Motorsports, you got, Fleece as well that makes good ones. But, it kind of lines back in, don't want to get you into more money than you're looking at. But if you're going to go with a bigger set of injectors, it's just you either find somebody that can do the custom tuning on the H&S, or really trying to look to switch over to EFI Live to get a little bit better fueling with the tunes and the injectors and all that, and step forward with it, I think, for sure.
And one thing I want to touch on before we leave off that, if you go with too big of injector on a stock fuel system setup, like a factory CP3 can pack 100 horse set of injectors before it starts running out of fuel, and you have to do anything further as far as like bumping your CP3 up, right?
Yeah, they have a better lift pump.
That
stuff, for sure.
Definitely a lift pump for sure.
Given this truck, and I'll just ask this because I think it's kind of explains it, but given this truck, 2010 Duramax LMM, would it be better for him to drop the XRT Pro and go to EFI Live and try to get more out of his current injectors than to buy a whole new set of injectors? Or would he be better off to buy a new set of injectors and leave the two?
Well, it just depends, if he's either one needs a new set, then of course, we can get him set up on that. But if he's just wanting more power all around in general for using out on the farm and stuff, then I think, you still get good, decent money out of the XRT Pro. I'd look at selling it, trying EFI Live of some sort, and trying to see if that meets your needs or where you want to be, how the H&S would made up with a set of injectors.
And matching JT for that, going into it, and I'm not trying to bash H&S by any means because they're for what they have. They're great stuff. But H&S being a can tuner, and when I say can tuner, I mean having a load of tunes in there for a set given year and various models of the truck. There's so much in there that they can do. Well, there's so much in there that they're not doing that EFI Live can open up for you as far as writing specific custom tunes for what you're doing with your given vehicle, not to mention your add-ons and everything that you do as well. So, EFI Live probably right now anyways is definitely, I feel like, the way to go.
I'll add one more thing in there. EFI Live, if you went that route and kept your stock injectors, and you had EFI Live, you would have the ability to grow with any injectors.
Absolutely,
you
yeah.
After
Yeah.
that, so. All right, let's grab. We got time for one more call if somebody wants to get in there. Otherwise, Zach's going to win the hoodie today.
And that's 859-355-9002.
Hell, it's on the screen. I hadn't even noticed it.
Look at it.
Hey, is this
Is this your dad?
I think that's my dad.
for real?
Yeah.
Get
Hey.
in there, buddy.
Hello?
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 Yeah, hey.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
That's
my
phone number, man.
Yeah, stop it.
Stop yapping it.
Huh?
Oh, dude, I don't know what just happened there.
That was legit my phone number there.
Cade, somebody's got it on that damn, whatever that thing is.
We can't, they're giggling out
They're
there like a
giggling up
bunch of
there, I can hear.
schoolgirls.
Alf is probably up there picking his damn nose again.
We got one more good one? Anybody? Give us something today.
Let me see if I missed any.
I'm going to be pissed if he gets like 6 calls next week right off the bat.
We're doing it again next week. It's me and you.
Again.
And after that, he goes on that elk trip.
So we're back here for 3 weeks,
Is
so
that
get
them
used
messing
to
with
us.
you again?
Yeah.
If they're messing with
No,
you.
hold on. Hello?
No, that's them.
If it's them, just leave them alone.
So who sits down here with us next week?
You all doing it by yourselves next week.
We gotta get.
So if we're here for 2 weeks, we'll just trade off. We'll read questions.
Yeah, you all can sit there with the iPad like I'm doing right now and just read questions as they come through. Do it on your phone. It's pretty easy.
Word on.
All right, let's wrap it up, fellas.
Just answer.
Is it an unknown call?
No, it's them again.
Let's see what they got to say.
All right, hit us with it.
Just gonna put your neck into it.
And with that, we're going to wrap it up. So, thanks for watching, guys. Wade, we wish you the best of luck with your issues
Sushi issues, for sure.
Don't eat gas station sushi. Me and Wade and myself will be at SEMA next week. We'll be live broadcasting. I hope to be able to do this live broadcast on Thursday at some point next week. But if not, you'll see Colin and JT back down here again doing this. And they'll be able to answer some more questions. So, Zach Western, you win the hoodie. If you're still watching, message us on the Facebook page, and we will get you hooked up with your hoodie. So, tell them bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Y'all have